Felicity from Get Your Rock Out here with the lovely Bobby from Molly Hatchet. How are you
You're
today?
way too kind, Felicity. You're way, way, way too kind. Thank you for having us here. It's a pleasure to be up here. It's been a long time since we've been in the area. And even if we have been in this area, I can't remember, But we've had a great time. I was in Jacksonville, Florida 2 days ago. We flew in yesterday, and it was like 89, 85 degrees down there, and we flew in, so it was definitely a little shock to us, environmentally, climate-wise. But, and we were kind of expecting that, but it is so beautiful up here. And coming in we flew into Heathrow, and we took a drive, because we kind of wanted to see the countryside and stuff. It was really beautiful. But driving in to town here, there's the most awesome castle, right?
On the hill. And
on the hill.
Oh,
it blew us all away. I mean, we like drove into it. We went, whoa, what is that?
Yeah.
So yeah, we really like being in this area, and people have been really nice to us.
Brilliant. And of course, we're at Hard Rock Hell. You've just come off stage, pretty much. How did you find the set? Did it go down well?
I loved it. I mean, when I got here, they said, "Oh man, the place is sold out." I was going, "Oh, this is all right," but man, we hit that stage, it lit up, and everybody's hands went up. Man, it just was so cool. We loved it. I like that stuff. I mean, I'm like a kid still. With all this. I still love playing guitar. I still love what I do. I mean, it's who I am. It's what I've been doing all my life.
Obviously, the music industry has changed so much since...
Well, it has changed. It's changed in a lot of different ways. It's changed, sonically, the sonic compression of music, with technology and everything. And then it's changed, the marketability has changed, A lot of record companies have gone out of business and they've consolidated. The big corporate conglomerates, takeovers, mergers, everything else that has gone on in this industry. We've pretty much seen a lot of it, Yeah, it has changed, and I kind of want to elaborate on that. With those changes, you have to adapt also. If you're going to stay out here, if you're going to keep doing this, if you're going to, keep bringing the music to the people, number one, the fans still have to back you. They still have to want you. It's all about the fans, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. And you've got to, I believe, you've got to really get a handle on the business. You've got to really be smart about it. You got to think about the marketability and where to put the band at the right location to get the most exposure so the people can hear your music and you're not just playing some out of the way place that doesn't make, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot that goes into what I think about, as an owner of a group, as an intellectual property owner. And something that's pretty amazing that's happened to me is I a year and a half ago applied to law school, got accepted, and I'm in my second year of law school, and I'm studying entertainment law and intellectual property, which covers copyrights and trademarks and all that, because I'm the trademark owner of the group. So I wanted to get this education. I wanted to get it for me. I wanted to know how to brand it. I wanted to know more. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. You can keep your band going. I can keep Molly Hatchet out here. There's things that I didn't know a year and a half ago that is helping us now. And just learning and just, soaking this all in. No, I'm not going to practice law. I want to get my law degree, and keep it in my back pocket, I mean, that's in my back pocket. My guitars, they're in my two hands and in my heart, But I think it's really important for business owners to get a legal education to some degree, get some kind of legal education that's going to help you and guide you,
So are you enjoying studying now?
I love it, and believe me, there was a while where I couldn't remember anything. I was like, man, I just can't remember anymore. I just can't remember, I'm getting older, I can't remember. But getting back into it, man, that exercised my brain big time. I mean, now I'm like reading, 60, 70 pages a night, and lost. It's fantastic. And absorbing it. Comprehension, really taking law cases and seeing what's happened out there in the trademark infringement things, And like there was a little issue with this concert that we had tonight with a band that was going to play, and we just can't go through issues like that. But anyway, So I think it's very, very important to have a legal education to help yourself and in business.
Wow. That's a wonderful thing to be doing. It really is, and it must be fascinating to study as well. But how do you find the time? It's
You make the time. I live alone. My wife died almost 10 years ago. I've never remarried. It was my first and only marriage. I don't have children. I live alone in the same house. My parents I don't have any living relatives. I'm by myself. I run the band, I play music, and I go to law school, and when I'm home at nights, it gets really quiet, when you lose your wife, I can't describe. So I just couldn't sit around there anymore. I had to start doing something, So education, I think, is where she led me, from above. She led me to law school. She really did. She said, Bobby, get that legal education. So, I'm at home at night, and I don't go out, I'm a non-drinker. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't do any of that crazy stuff. I used to, long time ago. But now, I find the time to study, and it's quality study time. I don't turn the television on. I turn the cell phone off, You can make things happen. You just got to take your own life into your own hands and really just, go for it,
And are you focusing even more on the band with kind of this all the legal knowledge you're getting? Are you just constantly finding new ways to help the band with that as well?
Absolutely. That's what I was saying. Me being the intellectual property owner of the group, I'm finding new ways of branding, marketing, out there, looking for infringers, looking for copyrights, finding these rogue websites that are coming in from Russia, and that's where most of them coming in from. And they're stealing our music, and it's hurting. It's killing the record industry, right? I think the entertainment industry as a whole is in pretty good shape. But the record side, with all these illegal downloads, copyright infringements, all this stuff that's going on out there worldwide, get a legal education and start defending your own music. So that's why I've kind of done all this,
Brilliant. And talking of records, you've just brought out Regrinding the Axes, it's a covers album. I mean, what brought about the decision to do a covers album and not kind of mix it in with more original stuff?
Boy, do I want to talk about this record or what? I'm so glad you asked me. Okay, Regrinding the Axes was done by Cleopatra Records without my permission. Okay, they put this piece of product out. They got some artists to do the album cover. They titled it. I saw it on the shelves, right? So we have a little beef with them right now, okay? Our last true studio album. So I'm going to say this. Don't buy Grinding the Axes. It's an album that was put out 5, 6, 7 years ago. They just repackaged the thing and they made a different name out of it, and I hope the record company's listening. Don't buy Regrinding the Axes, okay? Whenever these labels will get to the point of just being truthful with musicians, then I'll support that. Anyway, that's songs that were done, 10 years ago, and it's just cover stuff. Anyway, our last studio record was the Justice album in 2010, and we're getting ready to do another one. We're recording at the end of next year to come out with a new release in 2014. So that's a real studio record, not Regrinding the Axes. Boy,
so we'll look forward to that one then.
Oh, we have an axe to grind with Cleopatra Records. You hear it? You hear it?
So the next kind of 6 to 12 months, you're going to be recording. What else can we expect from you?
Well, it's going to be a new studio record, We're doing that. We're going to be touring constantly. We're doing the Rock Legends cruise that's coming up in January with Foreigner and Paul Rodgers, and man, Paul Rodgers is such a wonderful singer and just a wonderful person, good-hearted man. Can't say enough nice things about Paul. I've known him for a long time, and it's going to be good to see him again. So we're doing the Rock Legends cruise, and I want to invite everybody out to that, and that is a party out at sea. I got to tell you, it's pretty amazing what it is, we're doing that, and we're doing a lot. We're playing the West Coast coming up in February. We're going to be doing tours all over the United States again. We're coming back over to Europe in the summer, and keep on touring, writing the new record, and recording it in December.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today, and we will hopefully see you very soon.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for having me.